Okay, Chanakya, as we are getting political reactions to our exit polls, I'm going to play out one reaction of Mr. Huda, who's dismissive of the Times Now exit poll. And when I come back, we'll get you the Chanakya number on Maharashtra, which everyone's looking forward to. Here's Mr. Huda reacting to our exit poll. Very briefly, 30 seconds.
I think Congress is going to get the biggest chunk. And maybe Congress is going to form government third time.
You don't believe in these numbers, sir?
No, it has never, you see, it never came true.
Okay. We're ready for the Chanakya number, Nirja?
Yeah.
Chanakya number for Maharashtra is now going to be put up on the screen.
Yeah.
151.
For the BJP.
151 for the BJP.
This includes its allies.
Okay. 27 for the Congress, wiped out.
Absolutely.
Shiv Sena does slightly better with 71.
Yeah.
NCP does even worse than the other two exit polls projected at 34 and 36. They say it's going to be down to 28. So the story here is it's a huge swing for Mr. Modi, the greatest ever gain for the BJP. Nirja, Kumar Ketkar, Chanakya has got it right on several occasions in the past, and it sticks its neck out. Jay, quickly, and then we'll pull it across this panel.
The key factor to observe here is that if you add the tally of the BJP and the Sena, it's 222.
That's right.
Which is very close to their 2014 Lok Sabha Assembly segment-wise leads, which was 238. So, in a sense, the split doesn't seem to have impacted them. Ironically, the NCP led in 26 assembly segments in 2014. Now it's 28. Even they don't seem to have benefited. The voters simply seem to have reconfigured themselves on the ground. If this poll is true.
Yeah, absolutely. Nirja, Kumar Ketkar.
I think, you see, obviously the BJP has got the lion's share of the 238 seats. That's clearly, there's a Modi factor working. And if the central factor like that works in the state election, your prime ministerial candidate, that shows people are tired of jaded politics, discredited politicians. They want new energy, new face, new hope that he seems to represent, and they're still giving him a long rope. So, and they're also buying into the argument that he's given, have the same party in the state as you have at the center, I'll be able to do much more for you. And young people have bought into the political stability argument, and they think it equals delivery on the ground.
Should we just get a quick round of political reactions, get a Delhi panel also on air, because we now have the full, we are in a position to put out a poll of polls for Maharashtra. Ajay Bose, you've been quiet for a while. Let's put out the poll of polls. The mean number for the BJP, is 135, 136, mean number. That's, if this poll of polls is correct, a phenomenal performance for a party that goes up from what, 46 in the last assembly election. 46 with a 14% vote share. Right. Goes up to 135 plus.
Vote share
forms a government on its own. I mean, you can
the key here is
no, let's get Ajay Bose, please. Ajay Bose.
The point which I would like to make is that Mr. Modi has shown a political audacity which is in keeping with his entire character of playing it really close to the lines. And I think that if these results are correct, if these translate into real results, then this gamble would have hugely paid off, because both these states, make no mistake, these were low-hanging fruit. There was no question. The Congress, 15 years misrule in Maharashtra, 10 years misrule in Haryana. So there's no question that these were states to be conquered. Mr. Modi had the gumption to use this opportunity to project himself, had the audacity to say that I won these elections. And I think this shows that, by nature, he is a very politically aggressive and gambling kind, and he's not going to be mealy-mouthed about or play it safe.
True.
He's going to go for high risk.
Huge high risks, high risk, high reward strategy. Captain Abhimanyu is a spokesperson of the BJP, but if these, by the way, Captain Abhimanyu, good evening. If these predictions and projections, whatever you call them, are correct, then he could be the next Chief Minister of Haryana. Most people think that Captain Abhimanyu. Why are you smiling?
I'm smiling at Mr. Ajay Bose saying he's this gambler.
That's all right.
But 5 o'clock in the evening, they said, Modi, what will happen to him?
Are you
Suddenly
saying that
now when the results are coming out, you
are you
give him
saying,
into a gambler. I mean, he's not a gambler, he's confident. There's a big difference between a gambler and a person who moves with confidence. He was confident of winning, he was confident of his position, and he put himself out saying, I will win it for you. Simple.
Yes,
why don't you accept it instead of saying he's a gambler?
Your English is better than this.
Sunil, this is a gamble. After all, he could have also stumbled. What I'm trying to say, I was trying to pay a compliment to your leader here.
So what's the difference?
I was trying to pay a compliment to your leader.
50-50, he's got a chance, he gambles. He picks up the cards and
that's all right.
There's a big difference between
Mr. Alak, that's all. I know you have the upper edge today, but don't be so touchy. Don't be so touchy.
6:30 also I was saying the same thing.
Compliment for his leader.
Nobody was calling him a gambler before 6:30.
What are you?
He can't even take a
what do you want? You want to change in what? Risk taker. Happy?
Not a risk taker. It's a question of someone who knows what's happening on ground reality. He's confident. Why will somebody stick his neck out unless he's confident? A gambler is a very different...
Captain... All right. Captain Abhimanyu, you have not been projected as the chief ministerial candidate, but you've seen the Haryana numbers. I'll now put it on the screen for you. The poll of polls average is coming to about 45 seats, but it is Chanakya which is projecting that you'll get 52. C Voter projects that you'll get 37, and AC Nielsen projects you'll get 46. So roughly, I think everybody is projecting that they are getting around the halfway mark.
Yeah, the poll of polls and the AC Nielsen is actually bang the simple majority.
Absolutely. So you think you're already there, or do you think you'll need a little bit of help? And if you do, whose help will you take, Captain Abhimanyu, to become chief minister?
Arnav, thank you so much. One good thing is very clear, that BJP is crossing the magic number of 45 that we need in Haryana Assembly to be able to form the government on our own. But I only see these exit polls as a trend. And whatever feedback we have got from the ground, I can very humbly state, but very confidently, that BJP is going to attain at least 2/3 majority in Haryana. This is going to be a very, very dramatic win for BJP, which probably no one would have ever imagined that BJP can come on its own in Haryana with such a thumping majority.
Yeah.
And I have just completed 45 to 50 days of very grueling and very, very hard task campaign. And I can, this pulse of the people tells us that people of Haryana now want change from dynasticracy to democracy, change from caste-based and region-based politics to politics for all and everyone and every region. And Haryana is now yearning for the good governance and development politics that Modi ji stands at the national level today.
Okay, so, you know, addressing a rally in Haryana on October 11th, Mr. Modi said, and I quote, Captain Abhimanyu, "Today leaders of different khaaps are present here to give their blessings and I bow to them. In addition, 2 khaap leaders are fighting on BJP tickets." Tell me, if these people now make demands that we want certain changes, you know, to support the practices which we do, our conservative views, to ban certain marriages, will you now bow down to them? Or will you take them on? Can you afford to take them on?
Arnav, very humbly again I state that I am also a student of anthropology, and I am also a member of one of the khaap, because like everyone else in Haryana is part of a village, is member of a village, and village is a big community, and villages are also part of some
Mr.
khaap
Captain
or the
Abhimanyu,
other.
I'm not questioning what a khaap is. I'm questioning some of their practices. And you know that several of their practices are not in line with the neoliberal aspirational image that you try to present in urban India. No, 1 second. Today people are watching you. No, 1 second. Sir, today people are watching you nationally. So just let me complete the question. My question to you is, I'm not taking away your victory, but I just want to understand the BJP's overall perspective on. Do you have different ideologies in different parts of the country? Will you have one ideology for khaaps, one ideology for Mumbai, one ideology tomorrow for Tamil Nadu? How do you will you compromise with the khaaps or take them on? This is a question to someone who could be the next chief minister of Haryana.
Arnav, absolutely no. I won't really be able to take this call as a chief minister, because I'm yet to be elected as an MLA also. So let's wait for the results and let's wait for the party's final decision on this. But yes, representing my party on this issue, I can say I can say that BJP doesn't deviate, doesn't
Okay.
fluctuate from the basic ideology that we stand for, and all these CAPs and other social organizations, if at all they have something positive to contribute, and it is in alignment with our vision, with our ideology, so we work in alignment
Okay,
with them, and
I
we
won't
don't
push it with you
compromise.
at this
We do not
stage.
compromise.
I
We
won't
will
push
not.
it with you at this stage, but certain realities will come back, in the future. They don't go away, sir, with mandates. Okay, we have some questions coming in from our Delhi panelists as well, but I'm going to continue to analyze this. Navika has a question out there for you. Yes, go ahead, Navika.
Captain Abhimanyu, the question really is, what are the caste combinations that you're looking at for your victory in Haryana? Is it true that the Dalits have voted in you? What are your surveys telling you? And Dera Sacha Sauda, did they go with the BJP finally?
Navika, yes, I'll have to admit that we did get support of many such sects and many such organizations, social and religious organizations, and one of them was Dera Sacha Sauda, and we are grateful to them for have contributed to this exit poll that you are indicating, and this win of BJP, the likely win of BJP. At the same time,
so it's not a pure BJP
caste
cadre
has been
victory.
a reality, and
No, it's not. He's admitting it. It's
no,
not a pure BJP cadre victory. It is a
BJP ideology.
victory on the basis of, the support of several different groups. But then, Navika, that's a reality in most parts of the country that you have to work in.
I don't know, yes, we have to accept.
You have to work with different groups. The bigger question here is, of course, the Modi impact, the Amit Shah impact.
Arnav, can I interrupt here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I interrupt here?
Go ahead, Captain.
Let's not forget that we did not have the support of Dera Sacha Sauda in the Lok Sabha elections, but we still had lead in 52 assembly segments out of the 72 that we contested. It's almost a strike rate of 70%. So we had a base, we had a plank, and which only got supplemented by the other organizations which we needed now in these assembly elections, because assembly election equations get little more complicated and little more truncated, and they can have impact in the overall outcome. So Haryana, we did try to do all the possible social engineering that we could, and the outcome is
okay. Just one simple question. No, by the way, I was expecting Abhay Chautala to join you on this panel, and Abhay Chautala is in Sirsa, and we have a live location in Sirsa. Everyone's ready there, but I don't know, we don't know why Mr. Chautala is not joining you right now. Maybe he's keeping some options for later. I would have liked that to happen, but you're smiling out there. I would have also smiled if I saw both of you together. By the way, Mr. Chautala wants to speak to us before coming on live. We'll speak to him, and then we'll try and see if we can convince him to come on. Okay, one question before I and don't go. I won't let you go. I'm going to come back to you. Come what may. Compromise with ideology and all is fine. I'm sure you cannot, even if you have to be out of power or risk a situation like Delhi where you come close. I'm sure you will you will commit today on Times Now that you cannot at any point conceivably see yourself doing business with a party whose leader is in jail. Just make that commitment here, just to convince our viewers on that.
Yes, Arnav. Yes, Arnav. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, in a rally has categorically stated that BJP will not enter into any truck or alliance with a party whose leaders are convicted and are serving the term in jail.
Okay.
And I confirm this once again while saying that we are very, very sanguine and sure that we are going to attain at least 2/3 majority in the results finally.
Okay. So we are going to take a break. What we are going to do in the break, we'll try and convince Mr. Chautala to come on air with you, right? But keep in mind, and throw this to our panelists in Delhi, Ajay Bose, Aarti Jairat, Mr. Rajagopalan, Navika, Vinod Mehta, Mr. GVL Narasimhan, we're dealing with a party which on its own comes close to power, destroys the Congress party and the NCP in Maharashtra if these results are right, gets the biggest ever swing any party has got probably in independent India and Haryana after deciding to go it alone, and now says even if it comes to any situation, we will neither tie up with the NCP nor tie up with the INLD in Haryana. This is a different kind of super confident assertion of a party. It's something that I don't know. Is there any competition to the BJP? Is there going to be any competition to the BJP
Can I
in
ask
the future?
Abhimanyu one question, Arnab?
Yes, Vinod Mehta.
Mr. Abhimanyu, the biggest problem in Haryana are your land deals. They are the most corrupt land deals that we have seen for many, many years. Can you today ensure or assure your audience that you will create some kind of transparency in the way land is bought and sold and is mutated, and it will be, you will have a kind of ombudsman?
Yeah, basically saying ministerial candidate in Haryana, but many people say he could be. Many people feel that, of course, Devendra Fadnavis is there from the BJP, but you could also be one of the contenders. What do you think?
See, I never aspired to be CM of Maharashtra. I went through a biggest tragedy in my life. I just wanted to prove myself, and I wanted to fulfill my dad's wishes and his last dreams. So I worked towards it, and when I started working, it was quite a grand success. And people from all over Maharashtra, when they thought they were leaderless, they got that faith. They got that faith in me. They got that leadership back, and that's how the people started talking about me being one of the, could be CM candidates. But I never aspired, or I never thought of becoming CM of Maharashtra at this level of my life. But I, of course, very confidently can say that I contributed a lot to make CM of BJP in Maharashtra.
You contributed a lot. So if Devendra Fadnavis becomes the chief minister, you would have contributed a lot to making him chief minister.
Of course, I'd still, till this moment, I don't know who's going to become the CM of Maharashtra.
But you rule yourself out. Ms. Munde, you see, you have said people wish to see me as chief minister. That's a clear indication that you would want to be chief minister. Why not?
See, I never worked towards that. I never worked thinking about becoming CM, because that point of time when I started working on the state level, I was going through the different phase of my life, and I was in a proving mode, but I did not know it is a very, very short time for a person to prove himself or herself in 3 months that you become a CM of Maharashtra. But this now, because the whole youth is coming up and whole young generation is coming up, and every name is coming up, so my name is one of them. So if even Devendra becomes CM, I won't mind.
No, but of course, what is on your mind? Amit Shah, when he was at Bid, when he addressed the rally, he said, I know what is on your mind, he said. Don't think the leadership is unaware of your feelings.
Well, he was speaking to, I know, but it was not for me. He was not speaking to me. He was speaking to the public who was demanding, they were cheering from the Sabha, from the crowd. So that's why he was talking to the public that time. He was not talking to me.
No, but he was talking about you as chief minister, right?
Told them my ideas.
What was the public saying in Bid?
I don't know what was he hinting at. He was telling people that he knows very well that what people want, and even the leadership of BJP aware of what people want. He did not declare anything on that particular dais.
Right. No, he didn't. But of course, okay, Ms. Pankaj Munde, I won't keep pushing you more on that, but I think this is a fascinating process, This is a fascinating process, and I do appreciate, where you've come from and the personal tragedy which you have suffered, and after that, the conviction with which you've thrown yourself into the campaign is to be appreciated. What I find very interesting, I'd like to throw this to Hartosh to start with, is I just find this interesting that the BJP here today, which has been criticized, Hartosh, that you don't build, state level faces. What is happening is they are not building traditional state level faces. They are looking at Captain Abhimanyu. They are looking at Devendra Fadnavis. They are looking at Pankaj Munde. These are leaders who are 20 to 25 years younger than Mr. Modi, and at least a decade and a half younger than even Amit Shah. So it's a very different strategy. As an investment into the future, it could be a potent strategy, Hartosh.
No, I think it's a very reasonable strategy, and I think the point has been earlier made that these are states where the BJP was not one of the leading parties. Yeah. So they actually have to start anew in terms of creating leadership. They were always playing second fiddle. And whatever ideological predilections I may have, the fact is people like Fadnavis and Abhimanyu, in the kind of politics we see in Maharashtra and Haryana, do actually stand out. I'm just taking these two names because these are the two most prominent names. But there is a certain kind of cynicism with the old style of doing politics, which was evident in the interview that Prithviraj Chauhan gave yesterday, which I think people are a little sick of.
But Arnab, I'd like to say something.
Yes.
Some more interviews like that, Arnab. You wait and see, at least there are more 4 or 5 leaders to have such interviews now.
Let me speak now.
Yes, Aarti.
To go back into the history of the BJP a little bit, Arnab, if you look at today's leadership in the BJP, this is all a leadership that was nurtured, mentored and built up by L.K. Advani in the late 80s and the early 90s. The same strategy. They delved deep in, pulled out young people, pushed them forward, gave them a lift up, and today they are the ones who are at the top in the BJP, while the older generation has stepped out. Maybe forced out, but the fact is that they're not there anymore. So I think it's a sort of similar process that the BJP is going through today, where they're delving deep in, pulling out young people and promoting them so that 10, 15 years, 20 years from now, they will be in a position to take over. This is something that the Congress never did. And that is why the Congress is where it's at today. I mean, it's virtually wiped out.
I mean, Arnab, just to add to that, what Aarti is saying, Mr. Modi and Amit Shah would like to create a whole new cadre of leadership, which would be beholden to them. Let us not forget that now they look victorious, but they've come out of a party where you have had intense competition